Perhaps you all might help me. Gather in, friends, gather in. And I will tell you about this famous battle that happened some 30 years ago. The Battle of Hastings. And friends, it begins like this. It was the 5th of January, 1066. And the old king is dying. His name is...
I will play the king.
Oh,
Yes, he is English, and so am I, partly.
Very good, my lady. Perfect for the role. The old king is dying. His name is Edward the Confessor. He's about 61 years old, and he is in his last throes of death. And whilst he breathes his last, he is accompanied by his tearful wife, Edith. And as she mourns her beloved husband, he is also accompanied by the Archbishop of Canterbury, Stigand. Let's do that. Let's do that. Who prays for his soul. And in this scene, there is one further figure, and he is the greatest nobleman in all of England. His name is Harold Godwinson. And he kneels at the feet of the dying Edward the Confessor. And whilst Edward coughs his last, he reaches out his hand and points his finger ominously at Harold Godwinson. Harold immediately takes this to mean that he has been summoned as England's next king. And Edward coughs his last. As soon as Edward is dead, Harold races himself to Westminster, which is a small village a couple of miles that way. And there, he summons a witan, an old English parliament full of English nobles. And he asks these noblemen to make him king.
You make me king.
Yes. And they say, all right then. Yes, they do. And they take him quickly to Westminster Abbey, where a crown is placed upon Harold's head. And he is no longer noble Harold, but King Harold of England. And all cheer for our new king.
God save the Queen. God save the King.